Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Mr. Mind Average.
The river looked almost like silver. And I told him that I am not going to waste my time in the school. When I am having fever and I cannot go to the river, the school is good. School to me is a kind of hospital. He said, do whatever you want to do. There is some truth in what you are saying, because you cannot enjoy the river and swimming when you are sick. I said, you have understood my point. When I am sick or I am not sick, I don't enjoy your history, your geography anyway. So when I am sick, it is perfectly good. I can waste my sickness on your school and your education. Remaining part of my life, I am going to enjoy nature, to enjoy the stars, to play the flute, to sing songs, to go to the forest and to dance there amongst dancing trees. I have made a clear-cut distinction. And in my childhood, I was rarely sick. So rarely present in the school. But you will be surprised, I was not present in the school, but they were giving me 75% presence every year. They were very happy that I am somewhere else. Every principal of school, college, every vice chancellor in the universities I was taught told me once or twice that if you can go somewhere else to the library, to the botanical garden, or the whole world is there, just don't go to your classroom, because it creates so much trouble for us. And I promise you that we will not prevent you from examination, because you have not attended enough. 75% was the right percentage to attend. Only then you can enter into the examination. They said, even if you don't come at all, just appear at the examination hall and every paper will be ready and you will be allowed. I said, this is such a good arrangement. I am happy outside, you are happy inside. But once in a while, when I am not feeling well, I want it to make you clear. I would not allow you or your college either in a state of well-being. If I am not feeling well, I am going to come. So pray to God that I never fall sick. That is your only protection. When you are feeling joyous, this is the time to come in tune with existence. This is the time when you can love the trees, the moon, the sky. This is the time you can enter into yourself very easily. No hindrance. Meditation is not for the suffering type. There are types. There are few people who are born with English faces. Seriousness is inbuilt program in them. Leave those few people for churches, because after all, priests also needs to feed themselves, to clothe themselves. I don't want to destroy their business completely, but 90% of their business has to be completely destroyed. And I will suggest you also, whenever you are sick, go to the church, go to the synagogue, spread all kinds of infections there. Weep and cry. But when you are happy and joyous, it is better to go to the mountains. It is better to climb a high tree and sit there silently. Sometimes one falls. I have many marks on my feet because so many times I have fallen from trees. But in my experience, the farther away you are gravitation, the easier it is to meditate. But the trouble is, easier also is to fall into sleep. So just make a good arrangement, tie down. I learned slowly that again and again falling, I am going to have fractures. So I will tie down myself with the tree, that if I fall asleep, at least I will be hanging, but I will not fall. But even hanging with a tree with the beautiful fresh wind blowing is such a joy. Use your joyful moments in discovering the truth, in discovering yourself, and it will be a very easy thing. People have been discovering in wrong times, in wrong seasons, and against the current. My whole approach is go with the current. No effort, just floating. Not even swimming. There is no need. In water also, the gravitation of the earth is less, because water functions under a different law, levitation. That's why in water you can take up a big rock without any effort, because the gravitation is not there. But the moment you come out of water, you cannot hold that rock. You will be amazed how much difference it makes. The water takes much of gravitation. But even on the earth, if you are joyful, in a mood of dancing, meditation is very easy. So it is up to you to make your meditation easy and successful, or difficult and unsuccessful. Paddy's at the bar, and he is drunk so much that the bartender asks him to leave. Paddy insists that he is not drunk, and he will prove it. See that cat coming in the door? He says, well, that cat has only one eye, and that proves I am not drunk. You are drunker than I thought, says the bartender. That cat is not coming in, it is going out. A rich young girl finds that she has developed a passion for the smell of burning rubber. So she buys herself a sports car and satisfies her passion racing around country lanes. One day she passes a young man who is hitchhiking and stops to pick him up. The hitchhiker settles back in his seat, thinking that his luck has really changed. Suddenly, the girl stamps her foot on the accelerator and drives full speed towards a steep cliff. At the last minute, she puts her foot on the brakes and the car stops inches from the edge. Can you smell that? She asks her passenger enthusiastically. Smell it? Sobs the man. I'm sitting in it. A pretty young farm girl has been to the market one day and is walking home to her farm after dark. Soon she meets one of the lads from the neighboring farms walking in the same direction. They walk together for a little while, and the girl says, "You know, I'm not sure a weak and defenseless girl like me should be walking with a big, strong chap like you after dark." The farm lad says nothing. A few minutes later, she starts again. "I'm almost afraid to be alone in the dark with you like this. You might take advantage of me." The boy laughs and says, "Here am I carrying a pitchfork and a chicken in one hand, a wash tub in the other, and leading a goat, and you think I am going to get ideas? No chance." The girl thinks for a few seconds and says, "Well, I only thought that if you were to stick the pitchfork in the ground, tie the goat to it, and put the chicken under the bathtub, I would be in trouble." A woman is on the fifth floor of a burning apartment building, screaming, "Help! save me. The fire truck drives up to the building, and a burly fireman is soon climbing up the extension ladder. As he approaches the woman, he says, "It gives me great pleasure to save a pregnant woman." Indignantly, the woman replies, "But I am not pregnant." "Well, lady," replies the fireman, "you are not saved yet." Just be joyful. And life is so hilarious all around. Just you have to look joyfully, and you will not find time for suffering and agony. In this beautiful life, there is every possibility for you to become a great meditator. But you have to learn to see the joyous side of life. It is full of juice, full of laughter, and if you can also laugh with it, nobody can prevent your meditativeness. Meditativeness will come on its own account, following your joy like a shadow. What is meditativeness? Just a silence, a dancing silence. Ruthie Finkelstein is lying on her deathbed. Moshe, she murmurs to her husband, sitting beside the bed, "I must make a confession before I go. The fact is, I have been unfaithful to you." "I know," says Moshe quietly. "I don't think you understand," pleads Ruthie. "What I mean is that I have been with another man." "Yes, I know that," Moshe murmurs. "Not just once," continues Ruthie, "but lots of times. In his office, in his house." "Yes, I know that, dear," says Moshe soothingly. "Even in this house, in this very bed," cries Ruthie. "Yes, I know," whispers Moshe. "That's why I put red poison in your tea." Jaime Goldberg walks into an appliance store and asks the price of a remote control TV. $1, replies the clerk. "You have got to be kidding," says Jaime. "Listen," says the clerk. Do you want it or not? Of course, Jaime gives him $1. On his way out of the store, he sees a big refrigerator. How much for that? asks Jaime. 50 cents, replies the clerk. Jaime pulls out 50 cents and gives it to the clerk. What the hell is going on here? He asks. Nothing is going on here, replies the clerk. But my boss is at my house with my wife, and what he is doing to her, I am doing to his business.